Hello students, welcome to your channel Sukh EduWorld. Today we will solve next 10 questions, not 10, 15 questions. Next 15 questions of this question paper, and for the solutions of first 15 questions, I had already uploaded a video and you can check that video on channel, and I will also provide link for that video in the description. Check that. So let's start from 16th question. So in the 16 questions, what is the primary goal of waste minimization and prevention in refineries? Okay, so first is to increase production efficiency, to enhance public image, to minimize environmental impacts, and to reduce waste disposal costs. Okay, so the primary goal of waste minimization and prevention in refineries. Okay, obviously its correct answer should be to minimize environmental impacts. Clear? Because the primary goal of waste minimization and prevention in refineries is to reduce environmental impacts associated with production processes, and by minimizing waste, refineries can decrease pollution, conserve natural resources, and promote sustainable practices. So its correct answer is third option. Clear? In the next question, which of the following relationship holds true for the first law of thermodynamics? When there is no increase or decrease in internal energy of the system. So, okay, there is no increase or decrease in internal energies. You know that internal energy is state function, right? So, internal energy is like is represented by U symbol, and if it is a state function, and if it is a state function, you can say at one state it is u1, at other state it is u2, and if there is no increase or decrease in internal energy, it means change in internal energy u2 minus u1. If there is no increase or decrease, it means u1 is equal to u2, and overall change in internal energy is 0. Clear? So this is clear from this sentence that there is no increase or decrease in internal energy of system. Okay, so delta U is change in internal energy, Q is heat absorbed, and W is work done on the system. Okay, so for on the system we will take positive work done with plus sign. So you know that in the first law of thermodynamics, when you will provide any heat to the system, okay, you know that heat is also form of energy. When you will provide heat to the system, some that energy will be used to do work on the system, and some energy will be stored into the energy of the system as kinetic energy. Okay, as internal energy, sorry. Okay, and we are already saying that there is no change in internal energy, so delta U is equal to 0. So if it is equal to 0, in that case heat is equal to minus W, and in that case first statement or first option is our correct answer. Clear? In the next question, alkyl halide on reaction with alcoholic potash give alkane. So alkyl halide, this reaction is known as dehydrohalogenation, substitution, dehydrogenation, halogenation. Okay, so alkyl halide. First of all, you can take any alkyl halide. Let's take ethyl halide. Okay, ethyl chloride. And if it will be reacted with, okay, it is going to react with alcoholic potash meaning potassium hydroxide. Okay, and they are saying product is alkene, and obviously product is alkene, there will be a release of hydrogen and halogen. Okay, so answer should be dehydrohalogenation. Okay, it is clear. So in this case, potassium hydroxide act as a base. Okay, so this base will abstract proton. Okay, this base, this, let's say this H, so this base OH negative will abstract this proton, and these electrons will shift here, and there will be a release of Cl negative. So ultimately there is a removal of H positive and Cl negative, dehydrohalogenation. So correct option is first. Clear? So in the next question, match the compressors with their operating principles. So in the column first, one is centrifugal compressor. So centrifugal compressor in this, actually if we talk about its operating principle, in its rotating impellers are used to increase the velocity of the air and convert it into pressure. So correct match is B option. Clear? Second is reciprocating compressor. So in this, piston is used to compress air by back and forth motion. So correct answer is C option. And last one, axial compressor. In this, a series of fixed and rotating blades are used just to compress air in the direction of axis. So first option is correct answer. So which of the following substances is not used as explosion suppressant agent? So its correct answer is cumene. Okay, is okay. Other options are used as explosion suppressant agent. As per the Indian standards, the fire drills shall be conducted in accordance with the fire safety plan, at least dash for high-rise buildings during the first 2 years. So its correct answer is once in 3 months. Okay. So according to Indian fire safety standards, fire drills for high-rise buildings, okay, for high-rise buildings should be conducted at least once every 3 months during the first 2 years of occupancy. So correct answer is fourth option. In the next, how many sigma and pi bonds are present in benzene? So you know the structure of benzene. Okay, this is okay. If we open its structure with atoms, with proper labeling, you know there are 6 hydrogens on each carbon. Now this is its structure. Okay, and in this case you can see this one, this, and this, total 3 pi bonds. Okay, and if there is pi bond, one is sigma bond. So overall 6 sigma bond and 6 sigma bond between carbon and hydrogen. So total 12 sigma bonds. Correct answer is third. Clear? In the next question, what will be the enthalpy change when methane burns under normal condition? Okay, and they are providing you standard heat of formation for methane, carbon dioxide, and water. Okay, so you have to know first of all about its reaction. Okay, when methane burns, so when methane burns, obviously it will burn in the presence of oxygen. So you should know about the balanced chemical reaction. So it's balanced chemical reaction, like it will be there will be after burning there will be a release of carbon dioxide and water as products. So in this case, if you will balance this reaction, this is the balanced chemical reaction. Clear? Balanced reaction. So in this case you have to know about change in enthalpy. So change in enthalpy, for that you have what you have to do, the change enthalpy change for this reaction we can calculate using standard heat of formation. Okay, so you have to use standard heat of formation of both reactants and products. Okay, standard. So focus on standard heat of formation, and you can denote it as HF, this dot for standard, HF, standard heat of formation for both reactants and products. Okay, so you have to consider for that. And then enthalpy change, that is delta H, you can calculate by the difference. Okay, sum of standard heat of formation of products minus sum of standard heat of formation of reactants. Clear? That's it. And if to calculate standard heat of formation of products, what is this? For products, what are the products? Carbon dioxide, and for carbon dioxide standard heat of formation is -Y. And one thing keep in mind, you have to also consider stoichiometric coefficient, that is 2. Okay, now other product is water, and for water standard heat of formation is -Z, and there are, you are going to add. Okay, this one for products. And for water, if its standard heat of formation is -Z, but there is stoichiometric coefficient 2, that you have to consider it, then there is minus. Now for reactants, and for methane, that is one reactant, this is -X, and for oxygen it will be 0. Okay, so standard heat of formation for oxygen is 0 in the standard state. So for oxygen standard heat of formation is 0. Okay, 0 value. So now you can calculate it. This will be -Y -2Z and minus minus plus X. So according to it, fourth option is correct answer. Clear? In the next question, identify three-dimensional form of Fourier's law. So correct answer is third option. Clear? So according to Fourier's law, Q is equal to minus K delta T. This is Fourier's law. So what is this? This is Fourier's law. You can write down. This is three-dimensional form of Fourier law of heat conduction. This is Fourier's law of heat conduction. Clear? So in this, Q is heat flux vector, and this heat flux vector, it is actually it represents amount of heat transferred per unit area per unit time. So it represents amount of heat transferred per unit area per unit time. Clear? And K, this small k, that is thermal conductivity of material. Thermal conductivity. Clear? And delta T. Delta T, if we are considering three coordinate axes, x, y, z. Okay, so this is temperature gradient vector. Temperature gradient vector, okay, in three directions, x, y, and z. So third statement, third option is correct answer. Next, which of the following statement is not correct for ideal fluid? Okay, so not correct, you have to tick not correct. First is, in situation of extensive flows like motion around airplane and submarines, the ideal fluid flow analysis give partial solution. This is correct. An ideal fluid is one that is non-viscous and with constant density. It also should not have any surface tension and should not vaporize. Ideal fluid must be frictionless and reversible. Correct option. Third is okay. Third is not correct. Okay, read fourth option. They also help us in obtaining the structure of relationship, leaving the coefficients to be determined or modified. Correct one. Last, third is, a fluid which possesses viscosity is ideal fluid. It also should not vaporize and must be frictionless. So this is incorrect statement. Okay. So actually what happened, an ideal fluid is that is ideal fluid actually that should be non-viscous. Okay, non-viscous meaning having no viscosity. Clear? And should have constant density. Okay, and one option is ideal fluid should be non-viscous, should have constant density, should not have surface tension. Okay, should be frictionless and reversible. Okay, so in this case third statement is opposite. Okay, so third option is correct answer here. In the next question, which of the following statements is correct if fired heater is allowed to operate with insufficient air? Clear? So first one is, the product of incomplete combustion usually results in afterburn in the convection section or stack, or can even lead to explosion detonation, is correct statement. Okay, and what is detonation like that, and I had already explained in previous video. Okay, there was a one question regarding detonation. Second one is the so first statement is correct. Okay, the product of partial combustion are atmospheric pollutant. Obviously, if there is a partial combustion, products will be atmospheric pollutants act as. Okay, so second statement is correct. Third is, operating in automatic temperature control becomes challenging and unsafe on the wrong side of point of absolute combustion. That is also correct. So overall, three statements are correct in this question. Next is, during the operation of centrifugal pump, how does water flow within the impeller? Okay, so in this third statement is correct. Water enters the impeller radially and exit the vanes tangentially, increasing in velocity. Okay, So you can note it. Water flows into the impeller radially, okay, radially, and this radially it will flow at the center, and tangentially, okay, so this flow will be outwards by rotating impeller blades, okay. So this flow of water radially and tangentially, in that case, this behavior, this action will increase velocity of water, and kinetic energy will be converted into pressure energy as the water exits the impeller, okay. So in this case, third statement is correct option here. Next one is, according to Huckel's rule, how many pi electrons must be cyclic planar molecule have to be considered aromatic? So correct answer is 4n plus 2. So the planar molecule is considered aromatic if it has a 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Okay, so where this n is integers, non-negative integers, you can say non-negative integers, value starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Clear? So this rule helps to determine aromatic stability of the molecule, okay. So this rule, Huckel rule, helps to determine aromatic stability of molecule. Clear? Next is, what is the primary function of the impeller in centrifugal compressor? So what one thing you have to keep in mind, that like in this question paper, yes, they are asking 2 to 3 questions regarding compressor, so it's better read this topic twice or maximum time, like uh, how many type of compressors, okay, type of compressors and their functioning, their principle, basically. So from this topic they are covering at least 3 questions, okay. So you can note this topic. So what is primary function of impeller in a centrifugal compressor? So its primary function is to increase the velocity of air or gas. So the primary function of the impeller in centrifugal compressor is to increase the velocity of air or gas. So the rotating impellers, what happen here? The rotating impellers accelerates the air or gas outwards from the center. Okay, so convert mechanical energy into kinetic energy. So you can note, like rotating, what happen here? Rotating impeller. Okay, so these accelerates air or gas outward from center, okay, and due to which mechanical energy will be converted into kinetic energy, okay. So this increase in velocity is then converted into pressure as the gas or air passes through the diffuser section of the compressor. So it's better if you read more about compressors. Okay, so focus on to this topic. Last is, which of the following is a prying spreading tool, which is a steel bar of about 3 foot length with the chisel point at one end and a notch at the other. So correct answer is crowbar. Okay, so crowbar is a prying or spreading tool that is typically a steel bar of 3 feet in length with a chisel point at one end and notch meaning slightly curved. Okay, notch meaning slightly curved. Okay, at other end. So it is commonly used for prying apart objects and removing nails. Okay, so correct answer is crowbar here. Clear? So if you have any doubt or query, you can write in comment section. I will respond you there, and remaining questions I will cover, not all questions, next 15 questions I will cover in the next video, and that video probably I will upload within next 2 days. Okay, okay, thank you very much.